Hello everyone, this is Sakurada Rage here, bringing you back one of the old series I used to do called How Nway Could Fix Certain Characters, episode 17. We're doing Carter. A lot of people have been asking they wish they could buff Carter. Carter needs a buff, Carter needs a damage output, Carter needs something. But I'm going to be honest here, Carter's kit is fine. There's only one issue, maybe two I could think Nway could probably fix. That is a super. I wish the super could fill up the meter when he's taking damage and when he's doing damage, because the fact that he has to take damage halfway to almost dying to trigger a super is situational, because a lot of characters could just beat him before he can even do his super. And Nway should put an armor on the startup of his super, like they did with Dragon Armor Trini, like they did with Ollie, like they did with Camille. As soon as he does his punch, he has armor on that spot alone, because a lot of people could just stop it before he could activate his super. So having an armor on that startup will be a lot more simple, and not to mention, make it to where you could combo after his super. Because every time he does a super, he can't do nothing after that, and that's when you start losing. Pretty much a super is legit a game ender. But if you fix it to where he could do combos afterwards, I think he'll be good. Not only that, I wish this move, I get the first poke, they should make it a stagger. And that way you can at least poke him, that way you could cancel, because you could cancel after the second hit, the first hit. After you hit him, I'll show you. So, if anything, they should make his middle strike a stagger on hit. That way you can at least combo into your moves. See what I mean? Like, they could just block that. But if you make it a cancel, make it a stagger on the first hit, you can allow you to do combos. So a stagger on that, you could cancel and then do your other moves afterwards. Because this whole kit is fine, because you could cancel this. Oh, sometimes you can cancel it. See? I'm gonna take some damage, so let them beat me up. But yeah, like, honestly, if you made a stagger on that strike on the first hit, and then you can cancel, allows you to go into all your other kits, or make it a sweep on first hit. I know it's stupid. Orion has a sweep on his first strike hit, but if you give it a sweep, I think Carter will be more dangerous, because his kits are 3 3s 4s, 2 3s and 2 4s, which is fine. It's balanced, but like, it comes to a situation where he can't do much. Come on, couple more hits. Oh, you had to cancel? Why would the ball cancel? There you go. So giving an armor on the startup on that. Look, we're going to do all that. That'll be having a good way to cancel stuff. And then you can't even do nothing afterwards. That's what it becomes a situation where you can't do a move. At least you could do a super and then do all that. But honestly, give an armor on a startup super and a combo extender after, or whatever it calls, cancel super animation or canceled. That way they could do moves afterwards, like every other character that has a super that does combos. And give this move either a stagger on first hit, that way you could cancel regardless on the second hit, allowing you to do all your other moves, or a sweep at least. But I think a super would be no too dangerous, because Orion's already has a super and people are complaining about that. So if anything, give it a stagger, because this whole kit is fine in my opinion. The only issue is probably V-Lancer being a struggle, and this one being a slow startup, because people could block that if you could cancel time enough. But if you don't, it goes full hand. But these kits are fine compared to this. At least give this a stagger or a sweep on the first hit, and I think Carter will be fine with the super and that move fine. Because Carter is very fine. It's just those two kits are situational, because they could block the second hit of your V-Lancer. And that's when it becomes very, like, yeah, you could bait out blocks, but you're wasting 4 energy to bait out a block and then go full idiot. And then super gets stopped so many times. So giving an armor on the first startup and then a combo extender, that way you can do combos after the super, I think Carter will be very balanced after that. He won't be a busted OP, but he'll be balanced. Because, you know, at least his super will be good and situational. It could save you from a Leo on the first hit. It could save you from a lot of supers on first armor hit. But that's my only thing. How would you guys fix Carter? I want to know how you guys make him good. or if he's fine the way he is. Comment down below. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on this. This is Sakurada Rage saying peace.